Well, good morning to you, everyone. It's day 128 on the trail. Hey, we had quite a fireworks show last night. The lightning, the storms that came through at like 11 and then again at 1 were ferocious rain. Wind wasn't so bad, but the lightning was striking right near the top of this mountain. It seemed like it was so loud. Bright, you get your flash and instantly big crack. Sounds like it hitting trees right next to you, and you're thinking, oh, something's gonna fall on me or lightning's gonna hit nearby. Anyway, toughest part of today was putting on wet clothes and socks. We got about a 17 or 18 mile day to Bear Mtn Bridge. I hope to get a little bit of a move on because I want to get through the zoo. Haven't been to the zoo in a long time, so I'd like to see that. Trying to think what else. Lots of ups and downs. So gonna get moving, and I'll see you further north up on the trail. You can see it's a kind of a lot of condensation in the air. Straightforward. My tent was actually pretty dry inside. A little bit moisture under my pad. I think maybe I got like a pinhole in the bottom of my tent. But other than that, all went well, and we're gonna get moving. I guess I gotta go by that egg-shaped rock right there. All right, we'll catch you up the trail. All right, well, in case you doubted me as to last night's storm, there's a branch down off of that oak. And the acorns are tiny. Hopefully this rain will give everything a chance to fully develop, full size, like the blueberries that have been pretty small. Not to mention not a lot of them, but they've been pretty reduced in size. We're only a half a month away from typical blueberry being ripe, and they're not even a quarter inch. All right, and keep moving. I got a lot of miles today. I'll keep you in the loop. Okay. William Bryan Shelter. All right. 4 bunks and a bit of a platform. So you can get 6 or 8 people in here easy. Cool. All right, 5-minute break, back off break. You may not see any white blazes in this section. We're on a, oh, never mind. We're on a temporary reroute of the AT. Evidently 2 years ago someone was killed, a hiker was killed crossing the Palasades Parkway. So the AT has temporarily rerouted us north to go over an overpass further north from the old trail. And so we'll be taking a couple different colors. I'm going to guess this is going to become a semi-permanent route. But then we're going to take white, then we'll take some reds. So this will take us, like I said, over an overpass. It adds about 1.5 miles to the trip, but it does cut out a substantial bit of climbing from what I understand. So at least I hope. And then that gets us over near Bear Mountain Park. And then from there it's up to the top, down through the zoo, and over the bridge. So I'll bring you back for the good stuff. We've had some rain already. My hope is it holds off all day. I got wet enough yesterday. All right, I'll see you further down the line. It's hard to see. Maybe you can see it better there. But we've been following this depression. And now you can see it. Okay. Now, I can't say for certain that this is one of them, but throughout Harriman and Fondstock State Parks, there were a lot of small iron mines. And in order to help transport their ore to the smelters, they often built narrow gauge railroad tracks that were crisscrossed through these woods. And that's how they used to move it. So if I had to guess, I'd guess that that's what that was, if it wasn't a logging road or anything like that. So, and when we get to Canopus Lake 301, I'll show you something that definitely was. Okay, now starts the climb up Bear Mountain, starting with those stairs. This road connects with the AT after it goes all the way up and around Bear Mountain. It would be such a simple thing to take that road, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna take the whole trail. All right, I'll get back to you when I get up top. It's been raining since about 9:30. It's 12:30 now, and this is about the lightest the rain has been. So hopefully it'll be slow up at the top and I'll be able to get a picture in. All right. Huge slab of rock. Must have been an earth slide at one point where everything washed off it. Looks like there's some blue skies to the northwest. I'll have to see what that brings with it. Alright, that's the chair here. I gotta move on to, I don't know what. There's a view. Perkins Tower is up there, so I gotta see if that's what's next. Alright, we'll talk to you on the road. In memory of Timothy Sullivan, Chief Forest Ranger. Huh. Nice work though. Alright, let me get going. Okay, there's another bench. So you can look out at that view. Oh well, maybe another day. Alright. Should be heading down, I think. I haven't checked on the map, but I think from here it's down to the main park, Hessian Lake, and the zoo. Hopefully the zoo's open. Alright, I'll bring you back for the good stuff. Pretty easy trail coming down from Bear Mountain. Actually, we're going over to Perkins Memorial Tower. That's that big stone tower. But it's just a stone dust gravel trail. That's because so many people walk it. This park gets packed on the weekends in the summer. So, alright, let me get over there. I'll bring you back to the tower. Okay. There's the tower. Looks like they're doing some maintenance on it. I gotta find my way around here because the trail's over there. We have to cheat a little bit here. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, let me get in trouble. That's fine. Here's a trail. All right. Let's see who Perkins was. George, first president whose broad vision, the first president, 1900 to 1920, whose broad vision and tireless energy made possible the preservation of the Palasades and the establishment of this great playground for humanity, 1934. Okay, Park Commission. All right, where's the trail go? I see that there. Straight ahead. All right, now we got the stairs down to the main park. These stairs were installed as part of this, or installed by the Civilian Conservation Corps, which was put together by Franklin Roosevelt to put unemployed Americans during the Depression to work. They cut all these steps and put them in here. The CCC also built a lot of the shelters on the AT. Some of the ones that are really old date back to the CCC days, Civilian Conservation Corps. There's also a ski slope. I don't know if they still use it for that. We haven't had that much snow around here. I don't know if it's actively used that or it just was at one time. Anyway. Alright. Let me get down. We'll come down I think it ends up by the inn, and then we'll walk along Hessian Lake. You can just see the Hudson River out there. Okay. Yeah, trail's a little wet. Still heading down. Okay. Here's something many of you might not see. It's called Devil's Walking Stick. As you can see, yeah, it's actually got opposite branching. I never knew that. Anyway, easily discernible. This is the stem. Look at all the spines on the stem. Only the devil would use it as a walking stick. Even the leaves have stems. Let's see. Even the leaves have spines on them. It's a nasty tree. I did a little look. Evidently it's native. I didn't know. I thought it was an introduced species, because I'm seeing it more and more. That's probably because nobody wants to bother cutting it down. They don't want to handle it. That's it right there. I'm going to have to research that a little more. I'm still not convinced it's native, but maybe it is. We'll see. All right, I'm almost down, and we'll bring you back on when we're down there. Okay. Trail walks along Hessian Lake. Hessians were German mercenaries paid by the British to fight the colonists. The lake is supposed to have gotten its name when a bunch of American colonists ambushed a Hessian camp and killed them all and threw them in the lake. That's where it gets its name, Hessian Lake. All right. That's the mountain we just came down off of. Okay, I'm at the zoo, going in. Now, before you say anything about how sad it is, just remember, both these animals are rehabs or born in captivity type animals, so they would not be capable of surviving in the wild. So be aware of that before you comment and say that. All right, I'll get back to you when we get something interesting going on. There you go. That's the second bobcat I've seen on the trail. Okay, amphibian and reptile house. There's lizards. Oh. Let's see. Oh yeah. We're calling it a garter snake. Yeah, he's got the lines. Old spotted turtle and painted turtle. Alright. Oh. Black rat snake. Oh, the timber rattlesnake passed away. It was a 31-year-old snake. So, there goes my chance of seeing a rattlesnake on the trail. Fox turtle, which we've seen. Spring peepers, right there. wood frogs. These are the ones with the masks on. Don't see any. Ooh, there's a big bullfrog. You see it? They're the ones that sound like jug of rum when they croak. Great tree frogs, Hyla crucifer. No, I'm sorry. I forget what the scientific name is. Hyla versicolor. They have excellent camouflage, but I don't see any. Alright. There's a pickerel frog right there. Don't see any newts, which are supposed to be in here. And the newts are the water version of the red eft. Oh, there's supposed to be one in here. I think some of the there's some up top there on the leaf. Alright. Snapping turtle. Alright. Oh. There's a water snake. You can just make out the markings. And right there. Where are they? See right there? Those markings? Water snakes are supposed to have a nasty disposition. Alright. Alright. Here at the bear enclosure here at the zoo, and we got two bears here. We got one right there, and then we got this one that's called the cinnamon phase. That's just a different hair color that some black bears have. Also, this is the lowest point on the AT at something like 124 feet above sea level. So let's see if that's what this sign says. 120 feet. The lowest spot on the entire trail. So, alright, so we got two bears here. The only bears I've seen on the whole trail. Everyone else has seen them but me. Look at this, Mr. Beaver. He's a big guy. Probably a good 30 pounds, 20, 30 pounds. Beavers spend a lot of time grooming, and when they groom, they have an oil gland that they use, and they work it into their underfur, and that's what helps keep them warm and that their fur won't get wet. If I remember correctly, they also have a special a toenail that's split or something that allows them to work it like a comb. And also remember, beavers don't eat wood. They eat the living tissue right under the bark, that green stuff. That's called cambium. And they chew wood to knock the tree down so they can get to all the branches and eat all the cambium. Alright, here we got a porcupine. Here's a trivia for you. Young porcupines are born with quills. And before you say ouch, just know that the quills are soft at birth and they harden shortly thereafter. And the other thing about quills, they're barbed, which means they got little spines pointing backwards. So if you get them in your, it's gonna hurt pulling them out, because they actually work their way further in as you manipulate them. That's why a lot of animals can die after fighting with a porcupine. The spines keep working their way through their system. Red-tailed hawk, identifiable by the red tail which shows up in the sunlight, and those dark markings on the chest. It forms a dark band across their chest. One of the more common hawks. Alright, this is a turkey vulture. Was hit by a car, that's why it's here. A lot of people wonder why vultures don't have feathers on their head. It's postulated that since they stick their heads in the carcasses of the things they eat, if they had feathers, it would retain pieces of flesh that would rot and give them sores and become infected. So by having very little feathers on their head, you'll minimize the possibility that rotting flesh from your food would give you an issue. And we're at the coyote pen. He seems very relaxed. There's also one back in the cage. Much better pen than it used to be. Used to just be the cage. Yeah, there he is. Got long legs. Yeah, look at that. All right, moving on. Okay, out of the zoo and heading across the Bear Mtn Bridge. I thought I read somewhere that hikers at one time in the past had to pay like a penny or 5 cents to cross the bridge. I don't know how true that is. I'm gonna have to look that up. Might have been when it was private. It originally was a private bridge that was built, and then the state took it over. And I believe it was once one of the longest suspension bridges in the country at the time it was built. So I'll get you some pictures of the Hudson when we cross. Alright, that rock face up there is Anthony's nose. The trail goes into the woods up there. AT goes left, trail the Anthony nose goes right. If it's a nice day when I go up there, maybe we'll go take a peek and get a view from up there downwards. But there's the mighty Hudson. That's north. And that's south. Hello everybody. As you can see, I'm in the bunker, so you know I'm home. Was a very, very wet day today. It rained from about 9:30 to 2:30, 2 o'clock. So I got kind of drenched. Also, last night I got to the shelter with someone at both about the same time. There was room for one more. So I told him I would tent because I knew I was coming home tonight. That way he could stay dry, and even if I got wet, I had a way out that way. So worked out well. My tent was dry. Just all my gear kind of made it humid in there and stuff. So, but other than that, everything is here spread out drying out, and hopefully by tomorrow it will be. Tomorrow, the plan's slack pack day. How far, I'm not sure yet, but certainly if it's pouring rain in the morning, then there's a high likelihood that I will call it a 0, and each day this week is supposed to get better, so we'll see how that goes. Excuse me. On that note, I'm going to call it a night, and I'll see you in the morning.